How's it going, everybody? StormeDegree 14 here, and welcome back to another reaction. Gonna be reacting to Critic's newest video of his review of the movie Aladdin. Now, this is gonna be the old Aladdin, not the remake one that's absolute shit. Fight me on that, I will fight you on that. Sorry. Anyways, I am excited for him to talk about this one because this is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. It's definitely up there with all the other classics, and I personally like this one better because I really love Aladdin and the Genie as characters. And again, I thought it was really cool at the time. I love the musical numbers. I can't wait to see what kind of things are talked about in this. That being said, let's get on with it. In 3, 2, 1.
Brought to you by Rocket Money, the personal finance app that helps lower your bills.
Maybe I should get that app, actually. Or do you know just how to learn to manage my own money instead? I'm excited for this. I can't wait to see what... Oh no. Hopefully it's as good as we remember. But you never know. What's up, fellas? Tamara must be in a mood again.
I told you no after-hour escort. Oh,
She's playing with a VR headset.
AI-generated roller coaster.
oh, you mean like
AI-generated roller
Yeah,
coaster.
those are kind of fun, but aren't they old news?
Yeah, why would the nostalgia critic be into anything old?
No, AI-generated, and they're based on business models.
They are?
Yeah, so it's super unpredictable. There's the WeWork coaster, which doesn't work. There's the Twitter coaster, which is exploding into quicksand. And then there's the Theranos coaster, where people literally die.
Well
Kind
then.
of a new spin on the idea.
Yeah, what coaster are you riding?
What?
I was playing the history.
Is this actually real? I doubt it is.
Blast.
Yeah, hook us up.
Okay, so things are on the rise. You got Snow White, a lot of hit animated shorts.
Alright, alright.
Whoa, but then there's World War II, and all of your films are too expensive.
Oh no!
It's okay.
Oh, it's horrible.
And the films are making money again.
And then...
Disney died, and the company's on the verge of bankruptcy.
Oh... Well, fat lot of good that did.
Good news! The Disney Renaissance hit after
Yep.
hit is coming out now.
And then...
Eisner thinks he's got it. Has so many bad ideas.
Okay.
Hey, he's gone now. You just bought Marvel, Star Wars. You're turning out hit after hit.
Wait, what's that drop in the distance?
Oh no.
That's the 2023 plunge.
Uh-oh.
Wish, the Marvels, Haunted Mansion, Indiana Jones, the Creator, Quantum Mania, bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb. To a nuclear explosion!
What a nightmare.
Now that was an amazing ride.
Yeah, you think they're gonna make another one?
No, it was through a hellscape, buddy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Jury's still out on that one.
Oh, thanks for sharing.
Say, you think there's a Facebook ride on here?
Only one way to
A
find
Facebook
out.
ride? What?
Oh my god. It's just one big drop.
I get it, I get it.
It's no secret Disney has had a pretty rough 2023.
Yes. Yes, it has.
2022 wasn't all that great. What was
Trust me, that's putting it fucking lightly. How much of a drop it is.
supposed to be their 100-year anniversary turned into an onslaught of whoops.
Yeah,
yikes.
Wish,
No.
Indiana Jones,
The truth is, Disney has gone through a lot of peaks and valleys, and I think
Right.
the last 100 years, you'd probably have to. My guess, or maybe even hope, is that the latest run of box office duds is just another one of those valleys that Disney has to creatively dig their way out of. This will hopefully force them to use a little bit more imagination and not just rely on their old tricks.
Yes. I will admit that yes, while Disney has plenty of downs, it also has just as many ups. So I do agree that we're just in the shit bit right now, and eventually we'll get back to a good bit. But again, I don't hate Disney, despite how angry I was saying, like, yeah, it's a serious drop, but it is a serious drop. It's just, it's probably gonna be a while before we get back into the good bit, just saying.
That is to say, Disney certainly reuses a lot of tropes that work, but they often combine them with new, innovative, and even groundbreaking updates that end up standing the test of time.
Right.
Just like one of their biggest hits during the Disney Renaissance, Aladdin.
Yep. Animating Robin Williams improv. One of the best things ever.
Released in 1992 after some huge box office hits, people were hesitant about whether or not Aladdin could keep Disney's winning streak going.
Oh,
After
it
all, not
absolutely
every
could.
animated film they were releasing was a hit, and remember, this was the first time Disney was attempting to push out an animated feature every year. This was a relatively new idea, then.
Really?
Thankfully, though, the quality kept strong with beautiful animation, catchy songs, and an even bigger emphasis on humor.
Yep.
Films like Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast certainly had funny moments, but you wouldn't describe them as comedies.
No.
This was the first comedic-centered adventure in the Disney Renaissance. Much of the cast was from a comedic background, the drawing style was more zany.
I can't
The
believe it.
fourth
I'm
wall was
losing to a
broken
rug.
than usual. All these years later, though, does it still live up to its reputation? Well, let's dive
I
on
think
in
it does.
and check it out.
But let's see.
After all, I think Malcolm and Tamara are gonna be on that drop for a while.
Buddy, you're just on an endless pit to hell. A heck beyond hell. So, somehow there's an area beyond hell, like super hell, I don't know. But you're gonna somehow go beyond the Earth's core and then some.
Let's take a look at Aladdin.
Yeah. They're gonna be in there for a while.
Classic song, Arabian Nights. I think
Yep.
most people know they switched out the opening lyric as soon as it came to video.
Where they cut off your ear if they don't like your face. It's barbaric, but hey, it's home. Where it's flat and immense and the heat is intense. It's barbaric, but
Huh.
hey, it's home.
Look, you're gonna have to put this up before the movie anyway. Why not just keep
That-
the original badass lyric?
That is a good point, but that also is another thing about Disney's censorship stuff. Heck, I mean, again, like they put a lot of it in there in the Disney Plus stuff, and honestly, they still censor out the stuff anyway, even though they put like that disclaimer or that warning in. So I don't know why they don't just keep the original and then just use the warning. Again, like editing it out just makes it ass backwards. All right, I won't pause as much. I'll try not to.
Robin Williams plays the dual role of the market salesman and the genie. As it was revealed years later, he was gonna be the genie in disguise.
Oh, really?
Salam and good evening to you, worthy friend.
I really wish they kept this twist because it would match the blue color scheme and, well,
It
who
would.
is this guy? How does he know what went down? I just assumed this was Gazim's brother, like you were saying.
And that's how I never got my $20 back. But you waited through an hour of preview, so I might as well tell you how the rest of the story went down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Begins on a dark night.
The royal advisor named Jafar, played by Jonathan
Yep.
Freeman, awaits a device that will lead him to the Cave of Wonders.
Really good villain.
1,000 apologies.
Who have it then?
Okay, seriously, is ASM Jafar a thing? Because we need some bowls to collect some melted ears.
Ew.
I had to slit a few throats, but I
Okay,
got
I'll.
it.
Hey, that kind of talk is fine for 90s G, but that's way past thematic elements from modern PG.
Uh,
The
I
device
do like
leads them to
Inside
the
Out,
Cave of
but
Wonders,
yeah.
And at this point, we were pretty impressed with the CG ballroom in Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
But this was like that scene got possessed by Pazuzu. This was pretty badass when we first saw it.
Yeah. The diamond in the rough. Such a scary moment.
Gazim obviously doesn't match that description, upsetting both
Ooh.
Jafar and his parrot Iago, played by Gilbert Gottfried, who bizarrely had a long career voicing birds, and yeah,
Yeah, isn't that funny or what? I was gonna say one thing about that. I'm surprised that like after that guy got caught by the giant lion head, that when Aladdin goes in later, I'm surprised they never found him, or even like a skeleton that shows that he died. Just saying.
I think it's safe to say this is his best one.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. I'm so ticked off that I'm molting.
You can admit, that was your first time being introduced to the word malting, wasn't it?
Pretty much.
Vows to find this diamond in the rough, which brings us to Aladdin, played by Scott Weiner, stealing his literal daily bread, outrunning the guards.
Yep.
Have your hands for a trophy.
Hey, straight rat.
All this for a loaf of bread?
Yeah.
The prisons they send you to for that have a sick sense of torture.
Follow to the letter your itinerary. This badge of shame you'll show it till you die.
Gotta eat to live, gotta still to eat.
Otherwise we get along. Wham.
So I know it's gonna sound weird, but I'm a little torn on this character.
Why?
Everything about him, particularly his voice, stands out as a 90s Californian sports star. And it does feel like Disney pandering to what was popular at the time.
And now, esteemed Effendi, we feast. All right.
But he is really charming.
Yeah.
The world shows right off the bat, it's not meant to be taken too seriously.
Right.
It's fun watching how this guy outwits the guards in both a smooth and clever way. put bluntly, I want to hate this perfect smiling jock with all the right moves. But they do a little too good a job making him a perfect smiling jock with all the right moves.
You won't get away so easy!
I gotta agree on that.
I'm easy. I mean, you said that.
What? Doug. Doug, no.
Jump ahead of the hit, man. One hit ahead of the flock.
It probably goes without saying, but the songs are pretty great.
Yeah.
Memorable toe tappers that help create a world that, again, is more a Saturday morning cartoon take on Arabian Nights, but
Honestly,
really
yeah.
indicating it's not that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna make this meme joke that's been circling the internet for a while.
What?
Just say, if Jasmine's wearing something similar to what they're wearing, then they're princesses. That's what I'm sticking with. I mean, come on, would the reverse make sense that
Honestly, that is a fair point, I guess. But, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, he's way too good for them.
Jasmine was,
Another suitor for the princess.
I hate being forced into this.
Good luck marrying her off.
I'm only making this worse. I'll just say, look at our penis building and move on. Aladdin gives his bread to some children on the street, which, yeah,
Right.
the guy that built surviving on scraps. Then again, what the boo is that? And also ends up saving them from an angry prince.
You were born a street
Street
rat.
rat, you'll die a street rat.
And only
Your
your
fleas will mourn you.
We're on a non-talking basis. We're then introduced to Princess Jasmine, played by Linda Larkin, who
Right.
hates that she has to marry a prince before her next birthday.
Law is wrong.
You've only got 3 more days.
That's the same number of days that Christmas will be ruined.
I've never done a thing on my own. Maybe I don't want to be a princess anymore.
Jasmine is also very much an archetype at the time, with her hating being a princess and wanting her independence, but
Yeah, it is pretty
she does have a lot.
stereotypical.
She could come across as too complainy, but when she runs away to the marketplace and has to get out of a bind with Aladdin, she does show she has a fun sense of humor.
Right.
She thinks the monkey is the sultan.
Oh, why?
I think like while it does have the same tropes as most of the characters do, they do just enough to make it likable. So yeah, like when so I think that's how they do it.
How may I serve you?
The monkey also
Abu.
thinks he's Donald Duck. Aladdin and her also surprisingly have really good chemistry.
You do kind of stand out. I mean,
It's a fast romance like a lot of Disney films, but they do make every moment count. Sharing very similar, but in many respects opposite scenarios.
You're not free to make your own choices.
sometimes you feel so
You're just
Trapped.
trapped.
God, we must be the only young people who think this way. Tell me, do you think parents are dorks?
You don't seem to know how dangerous Agrabah can be.
And boom.
learner.
Yeah, you run away forever and you don't bring any money with you. You pick up how things work.
Yeah,
very
that is
fast.
kind of.
In all seriousness,
It is kinda
the
weird.
scenes do work. Consider the film's main attraction, Robin Williams as the genie, doesn't enter the flick until about 40 minutes in.
Right.
These two are doing a pretty good job keeping you invested until then. They don't have to Sleeping Beauty where most of the screen time is on the side characters. They can hold their own.
Yeah.
Things
Oh yeah,
when
this
the
part.
guards find them, resulting in the line Scout Weiner says he can never escape from.
Do you trust me?
What?
Do you trust me?
They'll hold up their phone and say, will you just give me a do you trust me? Something, Do you trust me? Now can I go to dinner?
I can't imagine that type of life.
Oh
And
yeah,
Aladdin
no.
is captured.
My orders come from Jafar. You'll have to take it up with him.
Believe me, I will.
Oh,
He
needs to fart.
I was gonna say, what the hell is that
But he says
face?
his sentence has already been carried out.
Death. By beheading.
Somebody had way too much fun animating that moment.
Oh come on, dog.
Aladdin is very much
Really? You really had to do that? Oh my gosh.
alive, though, as Jafar disguises himself as an inmate who tells him about
Right.
the Cave of Wonders.
You've heard of the golden rule, haven't you? Whoever has the gold,
Gold makes the rules. Ugh.
Trust this guy. Aladdin agrees to go with him, hoping the riches will make him powerful enough to marry Jasmine. And
Right.
he enters the Cave of Wonders, being told to touch nothing but the lamp. Is a little weird, isn't the idea of the lamp that it's supposed to be unassuming, but you see it there in the middle of the room with that light, and I'm gonna assume that's gonna do something.
Yeah. Speaking of which, is this an Indiana Jones reference, or it actually did? No, it can't be. Indiana Jones was not before Aladdin in any way. I don't know. It's just like how the light is there, and like how he's trying to be careful to grab it. That's all.
Carpet. Come on.
Like the magic carpet.
We're not gonna hurt you.
Have I mentioned yet the colors are freaking phenomenal?
Mm-hmm.
This is why something like Wish is even more disappointing. The color palette isn't awful, but it all kind of blends together.
Yeah.
This just leaps out and punches you with vibrance. For a setting a lot of people just associate with brown sand, these are some of the most illuminating colors you'll find in any animated film.
Yeah.
The CG on the carpet surprisingly holds up pretty well too, both blending into the style of the film, but also having a fair amount of personality.
Huh. Yeah, I forgot I had...
No.
Oh my gosh, if the magic carpet had Cleveland Brown's voice, that would be so funny. He's just like, oh, you're gonna ride my back now, Aladdin. That's... Alright then, make sure you wipe your feet before you get on, because that's nasty. That would be a good one.
Abu touches one of the treasures though, resulting in the cave collapsing.
Oh.
Yeah, you know you wanted the ruby so bad, melt with it.
Eh.
Time to create everybody's least favorite level in both video game tie-ins, which the effects do start to look a little Disney Quest.
Yeah.
You could get dinosaurs yet, so you give them a little wiggle room.
Yeah.
Eternal reward.
Jafar betrays Aladdin, but Abu steals the lamp back. Which I am glad because this was all pretty much his fault. I think it's good he redeems himself. And we're introduced to the character who clearly needs no introduction.
Yep. Robin Williams as the genie.
Lamp! Right here, direct from the lamp. Right here for your very much wish fulfillment.
Would you believe none of this was improvised?
Really? Alright.
Just about everyone watching knows the iconic genie in this movie is voiced by Robin Williams.
Right.
And what can I say that everyone else hasn't already?
He does a fantastic job.
He's funny, he's energetic, he's charming. It's so cool they animated so much of his off-the-cuff improv.
Right.
In case of emergency, the exits are here, anywhere.
Everywhere.
There really isn't that much I can say about him that isn't
Bloody.
self-explanatory and has been talked about to death. So why don't I talk about the animation on him?
Alright.
Because that really is half this performance, and honestly, I don't think it gets enough attention. Williams deserves all the praise he got for this, but the animation really shouldn't be overlooked.
Yeah,
the
like...
line work was based around one of my favorite artists, Al Hirschfeld.
Oh!
Which I would also use for inspiration in Fantasia 2000. This allows for a lot of curves that naturally lead you into every transformation. It's almost like that little tail that makes into most genie drawings before this film is the natural design of this entire character.
Right.
He moves like a smooth combination of water and smoke, like every impression melts into the next.
Right.
The lighting also really helps him stand out like a firecracker in fog. Something very naturally loud, but also very joyful and mysterious. You both know exactly what you're gonna get, but are constantly surprised.
Put it there.
Matching the genius of Williams' performance. If you want proof how much time and effort went into this, look at the direct-to-video sequels. They're not nearly as good or move nearly as elegantly.
Yeah.
Even when Williams returns to do the voice. Now, that's not their fault, that's just the budget and time they had. It gives you an idea how much effort went into making this look as alive as it does.
Which goes to show that when the proper time in, is that it's better to make something timeless than making something quick. Something I need to learn.
Sorry to gush about it so much, but like I mentioned in the Great Mouse Detective review, this is one of only 3 animated characters I can think of where the animation is so good, it's like a visual translation of the actor's voice. All these years later, it's still breathtaking.
Yeah, it is.
Aladdin tricks the genie into getting them out of the cave without using a wish, which the genie admires but says he gets no more freebies.
Right.
What would you wish for?
Right, and then we learn that Genie's a prisoner.
My contracts. He says he would wish to be free, but knows it'll never happen because someone has to wish him out. Aladdin agrees to do so after he uses his other 2 wishes, and he decides to use his first wish to transform into a prince.
I wish for you to make me a prince.
All right! Yo, yo, woo, woo, woo.
I think we have one more generation before people start asking, what was the 90s referring to with that?
Oh.
He turns Aladdin into a prince.
I actually had no idea what that was about.
A pile of toys into an Easter egg, but Jafar
Oh, I didn't know that.
to marry him and Jasmine so he can still take
I didn't know that the beast was in that pile of toys. That's really cool.
the throne.
All these years.
Order the princess to marry me.
I like this moment because it is funny what snaps him out of it for a
Yeah.
second.
But you're so old!
The princess will marry me.
Such a good line.
The magic's not perfect.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just hypnotize the Sultan to hand over the crown? Well, because like Disney in 2024, we have no idea how long the magic's gonna last.
True. But it could also be that it could raise suspicion if he just hands over the crown for no reason. So I think Yeah, and Jafar's trying to be smart about it and trying to get the crown from the king without necessarily, like, seeming spontaneous, because people are going to ask questions initially. I mean, to be fair, if Jafar is the Sultan, there's nothing he can do about it, but, I mean, Jasmine will clearly ask questions about it, so I feel like this makes a lot more sense than him just handing over the crown. Like, he's trying to be subtle about it.
So it does make sense he would use the hypnotism as a helper, not the entire plan.
Right.
What is that?
But the genie interrupts them, announcing the arrival of Aladdin as Prince
Yep,
Ali.
for Prince Ali. Sorry, I love the feathers.
Let's say we have... Nope, no generations left. I have no idea who those people are.
Yeah.
Ali seems to charm the Sultan and trick everyone else with his Clark Kent hat, I guess.
One thing I pride myself on, I'm an excellent judge of character.
Oh, excellent, Judge. Yes, sure. Not.
Why did everybody in the 90s think we said not? Did you say not? Did you? I didn't say not!
No.
Jasmine wants nothing to do with him, but...
I mean, what, do people have tying knots back then or something?
Ooh, you got a car.
Do you trust me?
What?
Do you trust me?
She eventually puts together who it is.
Yeah.
Really is a distractingly snazzy hat. And he takes
Yeah.
a magic carpet ride, showing
That's a
her
fair
a
enough.
whole new world.
Such a good one. I might have to talk over this to prevent copyright.
Voices. Seriously, she's Fontaine and he's from Starship Troopers weird. It is nice they get their chemistry back.
It is pretty good. I always love the animated one where Stitch is flying in his spaceship and he takes Jasmine in his ship. That's always a good one.
And they don't spend too much of the film bickering. Because despite it being a liar-revealed story, it skips a lot of the annoying tropes usually associated with it.
Yeah.
In fact, I like watching her put together more and more that's him. Like when he does the apple trick like he did before. But rather than get angry or mopey and dopey in the third act, they just let them be a likable couple. Hell, she actually understands when he confesses.
I'm sorry I lied to you about being a prince.
I know why you did.
So it is nice most of this film we can see them just be the likable characters that they are.
Yep.
It's all so magical.
Yeah.
You can see me also singing for Milan down there.
I was gonna say, that looks a lot like Mulan with the Chinese dragon
It's
stuff.
interrupted though when Jafar has his men throw Aladdin into the river, meaning Genie has to grant a wish to save him.
Right.
Can't help you unless you make a wish. You have to say, Genie, I want you to save my life.
I'll take that as a yes.
It's all Genie on the case. What's going on, Jafar again hypnotizes the Sultan to marry off Jasmine to him.
Mm-hmm.
You're speechless, I see. A fine quality in a wife.
Oh.
Asshole.
Wow.
Aladdin confronts him though, revealing his evil scheme.
Yep.
Jafar puts together who he really is, and Aladdin puts together he can't free the Genie.
Aladdin, you've just won the heart of the princess. What are you gonna do next?
I'm gonna name a controversial app after you.
Oh no.
Aladdin says he can't free him because everyone thinks he's a prince and he needs that security blanket. Yes, there's a lot of ways around this and a lot of other wishes he can make to make this work, but remember, this is only in the span of a day. I can see him not figuring that all out yet.
True.
Boy, Jafar's gonna be happy to see you.
Not that it matters, as Iago gets the lamp and gives it to Jafar, causing him to take over as Sultan.
Genie!
This part was scary and epic.
But a pretty sweet look, right? I'm back, Genie.
Yeah.
I love how quickly the Sultan starts to bow as Jasmine fights back.
You will bow to me.
Yeah, that.
We will never bow to you.
What happened to the Queen? She's clearly the one who knew how to run this place.
That's actually a good point.
Prince Ali, yes, it is he, but not as you know him.
I think it's a testament to the great casting that so many people associate this as one of the great villain songs when it's not even a minute long and it's literally just the Prince Ali song with different lyrics. That's a power.
But it's done very well.
Owning every moment he's in. Like, honestly, all the actors owning every line they have in this film.
And that's why Jafar is one of my favorite villains. He sells every moment he's in.
Say hello to your precious Prince Ali.
Aladdin is sent to the ends of the earth. Go wee! Yeah, not the best lyric. As he uses Carpet, who snuck away with him to fly back. Jafar imprisons the Sultan and Jasmine.
Yeah, I'm forcing him to eat the crackers.
Yeah, Hollywood had a phase. Hollywood had a phase.
Yeah.
On the arm of the most powerful man in the world. What do you say, my dear?
We both share the same eyeliner. Tries to sneak in as Jasmine.
I mean, that is true.
Jafar.
I never realized how incredibly handsome you are.
She's 15.
Yeah,
It's all just lines. They always get an adult to play her. I don't think anyone cares. Nobody's gonna change their point now.
Besides, it's the perfect distraction for the moment, I guess.
Jafar notices Aladdin breaking in, though, and attacks him with puns.
Don't toy with me! Things are unraveling fast now, boy!
Yeah.
Just getting warmed up!
Yeah, I still like it.
Jafar, you piece of shit! A piece of shit?
Poof! He turned into Mr. Hanky.
Of animation in the movie.
Oh yeah. When he turns into the giant snake.
I have nothing more to say about that. It just looks awesome.
It does.
Transforms into a giant snake to give us an epic battle.
Damn.
Clearly transforming into a giant parrot would have been
Oh,
more epic. And
no. No, it is not. And whoever thought of that should be deeply ashamed. If for some miracle you watched this pathetic video of me and you hear me say this, I hope you do, because you should be deeply ashamed for thinking that a parrot is more scarier than a fucking snake. Lost your minds.
The essential talks of Chirabot.
Oh yeah, Shiraba.
Aladdin tricks Jafar into turning himself into a genie.
Oh yeah,
So,
this
and
whole
the other
plan.
To be imprisoned in the lamp.
Moron.
When I come back, I better be the only character to get an arc in the sequel.
Yeah, he was.
Stop pretending to be something he's not, so he uses his final wish to free the genie.
Hmm.
Which, again, you could just hand the lamp to Jasmine or the Sultan or whoever to make some wishes, but Joel Williams' acting is just so sweet.
That is a good point.
Miss you. No matter what anybody says, you'll always be a prince to me.
I know I kind of downplayed Williams' performance because everybody simply talked about it too much, but he
Yeah.
does do a good job in the serious moments, too.
Yeah.
Honestly, if the earlier moments about him talking about his freedom weren't believable, I'm convinced this character would be too overbearing. These softer moments, while few, do go a long way to balance things out.
Yeah, they do.
The genie's shackles are removed so he can put them back on in the spin-offs, but the Sultan has an idea.
I don't know, maybe it was a design choice?
That law, that's the problem.
Father?
Well, am I Sultan or am I Sultan?
So I don't have to get married?
Oh, don't be stupid, of course you do. Today, I'm just changing the detail, it doesn't have to be a prince.
Still seems awful.
Well, you're awful.
Damn. Major luck. Love that part.
To the next 2 opportunities, we don't reveal why this guy only has 4 fingers.
Oh.
And that was Aladdin. Over 30 years later, it's still pretty top-notch. I can't say it's one of the groundbreakers like Fantasia or Snow White, but it continued the tradition of excellence we were starting to expect once more from Disney. It was just different enough to surprise us, but similar enough to the past Disney films to make us feel right at home.
Right.
The energy is high, the animation's stunning, the characters charming, and the comedic acting so good, I really can't do it justice. It's just good creative
dang it, I bumped his
entertainment
desk.
that's still being celebrated all these years later. It's funny, it's adventurous, it's amazing to look at. It's a wonderful Arabian Night.
That's how we ended.
Maybe Disney will look back and remember what made films like this so special, with hopefully other studios following in step.
I hope so. At least sometime soon, preferably.
Company rides?
Well, there's this new one we haven't tried yet.
It's the Warner Brothers ride.
Ooh, let's try
The
that.
Warner Brothers ride. Uh-oh.
What do you see?
Nothing really.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're melting into the Warner Brothers logo.
Whoops.
Damn. My gosh.
This month for cameos for charity, we're doing this.
I mean, to be fair, what else is there to really say about it? It's just a phenomenal movie. Everyone does an amazing job with their parts, and its flaws are heavily outweighed by its greats. And Robert Williams definitely is iconic with that. So, yeah, not really much to say, just glad it was good still after all this time. I can't believe I remember a lot of it. But, as he said, I do hope that and I hope Disney goes back up again, back to normal, but due to, I don't know what the company's doing right now, and I know that there's plenty of controversies to go around for it, but I do hope things get better for them. That's all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. I know I loved this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want, and be sure to check out my other videos. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.